What is up, my Kaijus? Your boy Tzilla Dzilla coming at you today with another just talking video at this point. As some of you guys may know, E3, one of the bigger video game conferences in the country, has just ended, and they've announced so many new games for the upcoming year or two. So, I believe some of these games are coming out either next year, sometime late next year, or early this year, or yeah, it's going to come out soon. But so I just wanted to talk to you about that. I've been trying to do this in the Twitch stream, and it just doesn't turn out as good as I was hoping it would be, because I'm always getting interrupted, and especially playing games that are more action and heavy and pay attention heavy, it's really hard, and I get distracted a lot. But that's neither here nor there at this point. So I just want to talk, and then I know this guy is supposed to be up today, and I know that we just ended Pokemon last week, and you wanted me to probably do a new intro to another game, but I decided to hold off on that until I'm actually ready to do it, because there's just so much stuff happening in the next couple weeks that I think this week and the next few weeks are going to more so be a reset. Not reset, but a good time to sit down and reflect and start doing more for the channel in that aspect of that. And I know it's going to take a little bit longer time, and I know I need to sit down and record so I can have more time later. But for right now, I think just sitting back and doing more arcade games, going from there is probably the best route to take. And then we can just do whatever we want and not have to worry about anything. But that is not the point. Let me transition over to the games of E3. Welcome back. That was an easy peasy transition. I set up the scene before we got started. So, that's not it. That is not it. So first and foremost, I would like to shout out to PocketLint.com. They are really dang good about what's happening in the gaming news and doing a lot of reviews on games and stuff. I would like to thank them for doing this. It's not an easy thing, I can definitely say that. But let's scroll down. Let's see how they organize it. And I believe they went by who announced what at what time per conference. So the first conference was Xbox Big Conference. The biggest takeaway to take from that is the fact that they have announced the Xbox One X. X. Not S. X. So it is a $499.99 console, $500 console, and it is supposed to be one of the stronger consoles on the market once it drops in November. So the whole issue with dropping I know there's a lot of hype surrounding it, and there's a lot of good things that can come out of it, but right now I don't believe it was needed. I don't know if they do need it to help bolster sales and try to get them over the top of Sony and Nintendo. The only way I see them coming out on top of this situation with the X is that if they price drop the Xbox One, even the Xbox One S, because nobody knows. Well, not nobody, but a lot of parents who want to buy their kids these things. The kid says, "Oh, I want a Microsoft Xbox One." They're gonna see the three different prices, and they're gonna buy the more than likely cheapest one, unless these games are more geared. The gaming console is more geared to the elite gamers, as they put it. But I digress. Let's go from on that other talking point. If Nintendo makes the Switch readily available and has high consumerism at around the time that Microsoft drops their Xbox One X, we're gonna call it the Scorpio because that's what its code name was. But if Nintendo has a readily available supply of consoles, I think the Xbox One X is gonna fail. But we have yet to see that. I know Nintendo's having a little bit of issues with the production of the Nintendo Switch, as Apple is making a new phone and that requires some of the same parts that Nintendo needs. But that is not the point of this. Let's talk about the major games and takeaways from Xbox E3. So as you guys can see here, you can see Forza Motorsport 7, Minecraft in 4K, Crackdown 3, Sea of Thieves, and State of Decay 2. So the only real game that I'm really looking forward to in this whole batch is State of Decay 2, because I do enjoy the State of Decay series. But Forza Motorsport 7, how good can they make that look beyond the 5 and 6? If it's like if they make it VR and make it like driving an actual car, that would blow me away. But I'm never a huge racing game series lover. Nor am I a huge Minecraft lover. And why would you need a Minecraft in 4K when the game is already pixelated to look like I wouldn't say run down, but I would say a non-polished game which derives itself on boxes and stuff like that. I don't know. That's just me. Crackdown 3. I can't say I'm hyped for this at all because I've not played any of the Crackdown series. So maybe that's just me. But I've also heard that Crackdown 1 and 2 were really good. They're just really tedious, and that if you want to collect stuff and get trophies for the game, it's just really, really difficult to do so. And then Sea of Thieves. A lot of people have been waiting for this game to come out over the past couple of years, I believe. But based on what we saw at E3 and the press conference, Sea of Thieves looks pretty dang, I won't lie, pretty dang bad. It just looks kind of antiquated. The art style didn't capture me, and I didn't feel the need to want to buy or play that game. Like, I was thinking the whole time they were playing the Sea of Thieves trailer, I was just thinking the whole time, is this 2004? That's what I was thinking the whole time for some reason. I don't know. And the art style wasn't very appreciative, and I was just like, if I get this game, it's going to be when the game is like ridiculously cheap. So there's that. And then State of Decay 2. I did enjoy the trailer for State of Decay, and I did enjoy the game a lot. Hopefully they fix some of the issues. The game did look really, really good based on the trailer that they did have, but let's move on from there. So along with titles, Metro Exodus. I've only played 2 of the Metro games, and I did enjoy them. I don't really pine over Metro. You know, I'm just like post-apocalyptic, I'll play it. You know, that's pretty much it. But the post-apocalyptic game that had captured me for so long was Fallout 4. I did have a lot of hours into that game before I started streaming and started YouTubing. Maybe I should have just recorded that. Excuse me. I don't know, but Metro was not one of the games that stuck out. I didn't even realize that was a thing until I saw the trailer up there for it. And then let's talk Sony. So Sony, we have, as you guys can see, you got Days Gone, God of War, Spider-Man, The Last of Us 2, Death Stranding, Detroit Become Human, Gran Turismo Sport, and Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. So I think Sony came out swinging. The whole issue with some of the games announced is that we already knew that a lot of these games were coming. So they kind of devalued their own hype at this point, because we already know Days Gone looked great, God of War looked great, Spider-Man looked great. Even though Spider-Man, I believe, is not going to be a console exclusive, they got to display it. And then The Last of Us looked freaking good based on the trailer that we saw there. She's just like, and you can see the trailer down here, she just looks messed up down there. And then you have Death Stranding, which looks phenomenal as well. And then Detroit Becoming Human. I don't think that's a console exclusive. I think that is also going to be on PC and Xbox. I don't know. I don't remember exactly. I should probably did some of the research on these things, but I didn't. And then you have Gran Turismo Sport, which, as I said before, I'm not a huge fan of racing games. I do play them, but I only play them to pass time, more so than actually play and get involved in the story. And then we have Uncharted: The Lost Legacy. Uncharted, to me, is a really great series. I've not played any of them besides the first one, and that was all the way on PS2. So hopefully in the near future I'm able to get my hands on a PS4 and get the Uncharted collection and 4, and then if I enjoy 4 or all 4 of them in that regard, then we'll go ahead and probably pick up the Lost Legacy. So I thought for Sony shot themselves in their own foot. They didn't announce games that they already had not announced, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? And then they already took away their own hype by doing that. And then also the one thing I did want to point out, Horizon Zero Dawn's DLC, The Frozen Wilds, is also coming out. So you gotta, if you enjoyed that game, go ahead. And let's see what else. Let's see, a slew of virtual reality titles are also coming. You have Skyrim VR, Star Child, The Impatient, Monster of the Deep, which is a Final Fantasy fishing game. And then you have Bravo Team and Moss, and then Show Diversity's VR platform. I'm not a huge fan of VR, probably because I don't have it. But you never know. You never know. So here is the biggest game company right here. Oh, sorry. That I think just slayed it at E3 this year, and that is Nintendo. Nintendo, yes, we knew some of these games were coming, but they also got us hyped for games that they did not even announce before. So let's go over them. We have Super Mario Odyssey, we have Xenoblade Chronicles 2, an untitled Pokemon RPG. Then you have Metroid Prime 4, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC. You got 3 DLCs over there. Then you got, what is that? Mario Rabbids Kingdom Battle, Splatoon 2, ARMS, which is going to drop soon. I believe, unless it's not dropped already. I know the beta was open for a while. And then you have, as you guys can see here, they announced another Kirby. And then there's Super Mario Odyssey there. What else is it? Let's see. Then you have... oh no. So and then you also have a Metroid Samus Returns for the 3DS. I think Nintendo came out swinging and laid the smackdown on everybody else at this point. So Super Mario Odyssey, as you guys can see, excuse me, I'm sorry, my mouse is underneath me instead of actually. Let me move my camera over a little bit. Oh, no, that's not what I want. Come on. There you go. I'm going to move me over a little bit. There you go. So Super Mario Odyssey looks freaking great. Oh my goodness. That is probably one of the most hyped games you'll see. Xenoblade Chronicles 2. I have not played any of the new Xenoblade series, especially the ones that dropped with the new 3DS not too long ago. I think it was a year and a half ago. Excuse me. So that's hopefully on my list to do. I'm looking to try to get the Wii version of Xenoblade, and then maybe play the other ones as they come. And then we have the untitled Pokemon RPG. Oh, speaking of Xenoblade 2, Xenoblade and Uncharted probably had the best cosplay ideas in the near future for these series. But there's always going to be more. People are going to be super creative, so I'm not going to shell people into to archetypes or whatever. And then we have the untitled RPG for Pokemon, which is going to be phenomenal. Hopefully I don't know what I can expect. I've only played Pokemon Coliseum, and I've also played the stadium stuff, but I'm not too worried about them bringing out another Pokemon Stadium, unless they do, which I would play. Or if they're going to make the RPG series almost like the Game Boy and DS versions, I don't know. Hopefully, here's to a good knock on wood. to a good Pokemon series. Metroid Prime 4, that is going to be hella good, and it's going to be Metroid's jump back into a single-player game in a long time. So you had they had Metroid Federation Force, which was a four-player battle game, I believe, and it wasn't that great. And Samus has only been in the Super Smash Bros. Genre of games since the whole thing, since Metroid, since Double M, I believe, for the Wii. I think there was a Metroid for the Wii U, but I think that was a port over from something. I don't remember, but we needed a Metroid Prime. All the other games, Super Metroid, Metroid 1, Metroid Prime 1, Metroid Prime Echoes, whatever, they're all great. I've enjoyed them. They were huge parts of my life with my cousins growing up, so I'm really looking forward to that. Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild DLC. I have not played the Legend of Zelda game. Nor have I ever completed one, but based on all the goddamn hype surrounding this, I am looking forward to it, even though I probably won't get to play it unless I do get a Switch sometime in the near future. I don't know. Metroid Rabbids Kingdom Battle. Looks good. Looks, based on a lot of people's reviews, it looks like they took XCOM and swapped it with Mario and the Rabbids. So I'm really looking forward to that. That looks really fun and a cool two-player game. Splatoon 2 looks great. I didn't see any new mechanics that they've added to the game, but I've only played Splatoon for so long. I only played it like once or twice in my whole life, so I'm not jumping out of my chair for it. I heard it was a great game. I heard it's fun, and then they're going to add a story to this Splatoon 2, so not just a story, a really good expansion to the already built story in the first ones. Then we have ARMS. ARMS looks phenomenal, and based on a lot of people's reviews, it is great. Excuse me. So I am looking forward to ARMS, even though I don't have a Switch. As I said, I will be doing what I can with these Nintendo games. And then we have here Kirby. So Kirby has just been, in my honest opinion, they're probably one of Nintendo's hidden gems, because Kirby, yes, the games come out, yes, the games are good, but like nobody ever talks about Kirby like he's a mainstay of Nintendo, which is, in my honest opinion, a wrong idea. So that was Nintendo's whole thing. And then we have the game companies themselves. We have Ubisoft. Then you have Beyond Good and Evil 2, Assassin's Creed Origins, Far Cry 5, Skull and Bones, The Crew 2, Mario & Rabbids Kingdom Battle, South Park The Fractured Butthole, South Park The Phone Destroyer, Starlink Battle for Atlas, and then Rayman Legends Definitive Edition for the Switch, and then Steep for the Switch. So the last two games here, Rayman and Steep, I don't really care about, nor do I care about the Phone Destroyer for South Park. I play a couple mobile games. I'm not gonna pay to play for an Ubisoft game, unfortunately. I'd already played Dokkan Battle and One Piece and Fire Emblem, and maybe if you guys want that content, let me know. Put that on the chat. Put that in the comment below. Maybe if I can get something. Let's talk about the main games here. Beyond Good and Evil 2. I have never played a Beyond Good and Evil game. I do have the first one downloaded onto my Xbox. That was going to be a huge series for us in the near future. We're just trying to knock out some of the games that I've bought and downloaded and own and that I haven't been able to play. But there's that. Then you have Assassin's Creed Origins. I'm not a huge Assassin's Creed fan. I'm probably going to get vilified for that by some of you guys. It's just, they've turned me off and away from so many of the games. I played the first three, and the whole time I'm playing them, I'm just like, these games are the same reiteration, just different area the whole time. So maybe the first one kind of ruined it for me. I heard that I shouldn't have played that one, and it should just skip to 2. But I'm not one of those people who just plays one and then ends it there. Hold on, let me take some lemonade. Talking a lot, you know, it hurts. Far Cry 5, I've only played the first ever Far Cry. I also have Far Cry Primal. That was going to be a weird series for us. I was going to dress up, maybe. Hopefully. I don't know. Something. Then we have Skull and Bones. I don't know much about Skull and Bones. Unless you guys want... let's find out. Let's find out. Skull and Bones. Let's see what's... Oh, I remember what this was. Skull and Bones is the Assassin's Creed version of the pirate stuff, and without the Assassin's Creed in it. So I don't know if that looked really good. It looked interesting. Definitely interesting. Definitely something that I might play in the future, but might not buy it full price when it first comes out, or I'm not pining over pre-ordering it. And then we have, The Crew 2. I played the first Crew. I wasn't a huge fan of it. It lacked a lot of things that I felt were very important to a racing game. The story was kind of lackluster, and I didn't really like it. Mario & Rabbids, I already told you about that. And then we have South Park: The Fractured But Whole, and that looks good. I've never played the South Park, The Stick of Truth. I'm looking to get to it, maybe even buy it in the next couple weeks so I can play that and then play through The Fractured But Whole. But there's that. And then let's see. What's next? Far Cry 5 did look phenomenal, though. All the stuff. Beyond Good and Evil 2 looked really great based on the trailer. And then you had EA. You had Anthem, Star Wars Battlefront 2, A Way Out, FIFA 18, FIFA for the Switch, Madden NFL 18, NBA Live 18, and Need for Speed Payback. So Need for Speed, I think, is a great series. It just kind of lost its mettle to me after a long period of time of that game being around for forever. NBA Live at Madden NFL, and FIFA 18. I'm a huge sports fan, and I tried doing, as you guys know, I tried doing a 2K series on my channel, and I just never had the time or the editing skills to do it. So I don't think I'll be doing a sports series. A Way Out. I don't even remember that. Let's check that out too. A Way Out. Oh, this game looks sick. So A Way Out is a 2-player co-op game where you have to escape prison. It's almost like that Sylvester Stallone, Arnold Schwarzenegger movie that they had. What is it? No Escape. I think I've seen it. I don't remember. But that's pretty much that. So you got to take your way through this prison and get through it. That looked really good. Star Wars Battlefront 2 looked freaking great. Hopefully the story mode that they have and that they've created definitely kills it. I'm hoping that EA does something major with this game because they are promising that for this, and I hope it does work out. And then next we have Anthem. Anthem is the combination of Halo mixed with Evolve mixed with Mass Effect Andromeda. I don't know. It's just a mix of all games. It's like Titanfall, what Titanfall could have been. That's what they're saying, but we haven't. There's no other news besides the trailer that was released. So Anthem does have me hyped. It looks freaking great. If it plays anywhere near that level of graphics that they had on the TV, on the big screen there, I'll be hyped for it. Then let's keep going down. Excuse me. Here we have Bethesda. Let's go up from the bottom. You have Quake Champions, Fallout 4 VR, Doom VR, Skyrim for the Switch, The Evil Within 2, and then Wolfenstein 2. So Quake Champions was pretty interesting. I only played Quake once. Maybe I'll revisit it. I think I have it for the Xbox, so that's going to come in the future. And then you have Fallout 4 VR and Doom VR, and then Skyrim for the Switch. I think Bethesda has just been this kind of showed where Bethesda is right now, with so many of their games being so massive world and them still supporting a lot of their game content. I think they had to rehash these. They've been sitting on Skyrim since what? 2012, the Skyrim 5 at least, 2012, Then you have Doom. Doom came out last year or the year before, and then Fallout 4 came out 2 years ago. So that's where they are right now. I think they're going to definitely come up with a new property sometime down the road. And then the same thing with EA. Yes, you saw them announce a couple new games, but they didn't announce the same games coming out. This is just a reskinning of them. That's what I'm going to call it, a reskinning of those EA games, especially since there are 4 sports games on that list. And I'm just like, I don't know. EA did a good thing by taking a year off with the NBA, but I'm not really sure if that's going to pan out. So many of the 2K tubers or the basketball game tubers are looking forward to it. I can definitely say that. And then you have The Evil Within 2. That looked freaking good. And Wolfenstein 2, that looked fucking phenomenal. Holy crap. Those 2 games might just save Bethesda's year, in my honest opinion. I don't know if they're going to help them elevate themselves again, but due to EA's mess up on Mass Effect and Andromeda, I think Bethesda's still going to come out on top, but they have stiff competition with Nintendo. And then you have Activision here coming out with Call of Duty World War II, Destiny 2, and Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. I'm looking forward to all 3 of those. 4. What am I, dumb? I'm looking forward to all 3 of those. I have to pop in Destiny: The Taken King and play that with some people. I'm looking forward to that. Call of Duty World War II looks freaking great, even though Battlefield beat them to the punch. Call of Duty might just edge out on here because it's going back to what they know best. And then Crash Bandicoot Insane Trilogy. Crash Bandicoot I grew up with. I understand why they're doing it, because they want to get them hyped. Hopefully they drop another Crash Bandicoot after the Insane Trilogy, and maybe even remake Crash Go-Kart Racing, unless that's not on the Insane Trilogy already. So, and maybe that comes back and allows 2D platformers to come back and make a huge impact. 2D, 3D platformers, whatever they are, make a huge comeback from there. And then you have the other games that people are looking at. So let's see. Agents of Mayhem, Borderlands 3, Call of Cthulhu, Formula 1 2017, Kingdom Hearts 3, Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite, Metal Gear Survive. That one sucks. And then you got Metal Gear Survive. It just doesn't sit with me. So let's do this. Then you have Agents of Mayhem, which looks pretty good. I'm not a huge Agents of Mayhem. I don't know if I'm liking it from what I see. Borderlands 3. Borderlands is a great series. Hopefully they don't subscribe out to Telltale again. I thought it was an okay story. Telltale does kind of get boring in that way. Call of Cthulhu, I heard that was a freaking great game. I just never played it. Formula 1 2017, again, racing games I'm not a huge fan of. Kingdom Hearts 3, which I'm looking forward to. So is Lady Zilla. She's on the couch over here. She's trying to take a nap. Then you have Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. I don't know if to be hyped or to kind of be a little sad about it. I'm mixed feelings about it right now, unless they do some retouching and retooling of some things. Capcom's characters are just a lot of the same characters. And then Marvel, I understand what Marvel did because they want to base it off the cinematic universe, but there's also issues there as well. They need X-Men, definitely, because X-Men was started it all, and bring back some familiar faces, some legacy characters. That's what a lot of the fighting gamers have been calling them. Metal Gear Survive, Konami's just slapping Metal Gear on a zombie survival game. Micro Madness, Micro Machines World Series, I don't know. Middle Earth Shadow of War looks freaking great. I'm not worried about the 2K18, PES 2018, Project Cars 2, Project Sonic. That Project Sonic game, if it lives up to the hype, looks really good. That create a character thing kind of freaks me out, but that's neither here nor there. Then you have Rogue Trooper Redux, Sonic Forces, Strange Brigade. Is Sonic Forces the one that has the created character? Project Sonic might be just a retooling of all the games or a rehashing of all the games. Strange Brigade, WWE 2K18, and then Vampire. I don't know much about those, to tell you the honest truth. And then what was another game that really had me hyped going through? Red Dead Redemption, and then VR and stuff like that. But there was another game, I can't remember it. If I do remember it, I'll let you guys know with an update, and we'll go from there. But in my honest opinion, I believe Nintendo came out swinging, Nintendo came out strong, and they did all the right things. I think Nintendo did come out on top here. Gears, PlayStation, Microsoft, they swung, but a lot of those games we knew were coming. We knew they were coming already, and then Bethesda is just rehashing some of the old games. EA is also just putting a lot of sports games out. And their new titles are okay. And then Ubisoft, I don't know, always just kind of puts out a bunch of stuff. So I think this E3 this year was mediocre at best, and Nintendo is probably going to have some more huge news to announce in the near future, especially since E3 is not their bread and butter. But hopefully the next few games cons that are coming and are going to be in the near future allow all these companies to really hash out what they're doing in the future. But ladies and gentlemen, that is my review of this year's E3. If you have any questions for me, please just put them down in the comment section below. If you just want to create some conversation, also just shove them down in the comment section below. If you liked what I did here today with this video, please hit that like button. If you want to see more of my beautiful face and come join the Kaiju clan, hit that subscribe button. We're going to be trying to cover a lot of the gaming news that's going to come out. I know it's going to be, I don't know if I want to do this as a series, because sometimes I feel like putting that in a series form would kind of shoot myself in the foot, because I don't have enough time really to research and sit down and look at gaming news all the time. But I did that with Pokemon, Ultra Sun and Ultra Moon, and I'm doing this here now. So I don't know. We can, and if it's just my thoughts you guys want to hear, also let me know that as well. But ladies and gentlemen, I would like to thank you guys for coming out. It is always a pleasure having you. And if you have anything else for me, please let me know. And I hope you guys have a wonderful night. Peace.